Thank you for joining us and learning a bit more about Compliance Insight. I do appreciate your time investment in seeking to know more about us. What I'm going to be talking to you about today is our code of conduct. And we have 3 codes that everyone here follows. And we follow each of these. You can find a bit more about these on our website. And certainly I would recommend you go there or watch these presentations if you so choose. What I'm talking about here today is our code of conduct. And our goal, certainly our drive here is to not just be a good service provider, but one that's considered great, one that is outstanding, that people remember us for what we do for you, the client. Our vision is to be the premier GXP compliance service provider. That doesn't mean being the biggest. That doesn't mean a lot of things that you think, oh, premier, but it does mean being the best. And based on that, we have a 15-point code for the code of conduct. And I will go through these quickly here so you see it. I won't read all of these to you directly through. They're available on our website, but I want you to understand this. Number 1 out of this, consider the client needs in conjunction with their compliance needs. I can tell you this, many times people come in and they don't know. You don't know what it is you want. You just want the pain to go away. What we have been seeing over our years in existence is that there's about 50% of technical knowledge application and 50% of human relationship application. And what we've found is the most important of these is the human relation aspect, because you can be very knowledgeable in what you do, but you approach it in such a way that people just shut you off. And so you have to be able to approach the client calmly, considerately, and be able to give them a service that they can comprehend and accept. Number 2 out of all this, be a source of knowledge, certainly with the patient of a saint. To be a great consultant, again, I stress it here, 50% skilled knowledge, 50% human relation skills. Of these, human relations are critical. You have to be the saint to be able to go in there and provide that service that's so value added to a company. In order for people to comprehend it, for people to grasp it and accept it, rather than just being forced into a situation. We want people to understand it and gladly start practicing it as a habit. Number 3, being a team player. We are there to work with you. We're not there to tell you how badly you're doing. We're not there to put you down. We're there to say, we're here to fix the problem. Let's fix it. We're not there to get involved in any office politics. We're not there to be a bad steward to you. We are there to say, hey, we have a positive attitude. Let's get this thing done. Let's own it. Let's drive it to completion. We want to be a mentor to you and a coach to you. We offer guidance. We offer options. It's not just my way or the highway. It's looking at, okay, how does it fit into your context, your culture, to make sure that the compliance needs fit rather than forcing that square peg into the round hole. We are going to make sure that we fit it to your situation. We want to mentor you. We want to be there to coach you. We want to help you. And it takes a lot of effort to do that on both sides. But we want to take that first step. We want to be your ally, and we want to certainly be an asset to you. We're there to provide something that's highly sought after, the knowledge, the experience, the practical understanding, that practical application of knowledge that comes from the experience that we bring to the table. We are not a commodity like sugar or lactose. We are a knowledge-based asset to you from our exposure, our training, our expertise in something, and then the practical application of that to meet your unique context. It's fantastic to be able to do that and to see the outcome of it, which causes people to really grow and expand. We really like this aspect of this code, and we really push to that. Again, to be great, we have to provide the client with more than what they pay. That is bottom line with this, is to be a value that has no linkage to dollars and cents, but to be really great. Positive attitude is paramount. In all things, we want to be positive. We are there to make sure something gets done. Sometimes it's a bad situation. Sometimes it's just a stressful situation, getting something done within a particular time frame. But we are there to say, yeah, it can be done. Goals will be met. Things will be accomplished. This too will end, and it will be positive. Think of the knowledge that you'll gain from this, the experience you'll gain from the situation. It's positive no matter how you look at it. It can be of benefit to you. We want to own it. When given a task, we will own it. We drive it to completion. Accountability is something that the leadership team here uses constantly. We want to be accountable. No excuses. Everyone is important. I don't care if you are the janitor all the way down to the CEO. You notice how I put that? You're all important. Everybody has a job to do, and it is to be there to get the job done. We want to be empathetic with you. We want to understand what it is you do. We are there to work with everyone and to speak with everyone in a language that you can understand. We want to be down to earth. Complexity, sometimes in this industry, is something that people just accept. I don't accept it. There are things that are certainly complex, but there are also things that we put too much complexity on. We wish to come in and drive this to the simplest terms, speaking to everyone in a language that you can understand, and to be straightforward with the approach. Practical application of that knowledge is critical to this. We will be frugal. It is your money, after all. We're not there to blow it. We're not there to drive the best rental car, stay in the best hotel. We're there to be frugal with it. Now, I'm not going to live in a cardboard box. None of our colleagues are going to live in a cardboard box under a bridge, but we will watch your money. We will treat it as if it were our own. And we want to be persuasive, not demanding. Again, it's persuading you, understanding where you are, what it is you're dealing with, and then we put our knowledge to use at that point so that you understand where we're coming from, why we're speaking the way we're speaking. It is there to be persuasive. It is not to push on you, to push that square peg into the round hole. It is to work with you, to have you see the value of what we're talking about. We wish to be empathetic, very similar to the last one. Whatever it is, people typically come under some stress. We are there to understand what it is you're going through. We want to look at your point of view to get this task done. This is from Covey. Some of you may understand this. It is seek first to understand and then to be understood. So our first job with you will be to understand what's going on and what you need. Number 13 is to be happy. Don't complain about the company. We're not there to say, oh, I've never seen a company in such bad shape. It is, okay, we've got some issues. We'll deal with them. Let's fix it. It is to be positive, be happy. Always point out the negativity of everything. usually results in people not wanting to come to us for advice, for input. That's a problem. So we will be a positive light in the darkness in which you may be finding yourself operating. We wish to be there to provide that value-added service. Number 14 is to be calm. Compliance situations, no matter what they are, can certainly be stressful. Trust me, I didn't get gray hair because I'm dealing in a stress-free environment. But it is always to be calm, to step back, look at it and say, okay, I want to be the rock. This company will be the rock. You will be the rock to make sure that things are steady. You think clearly. Stress can result in some bad decisions, right? We all know that. So let's be calm, step back, look at it, keeping the ultimate goal of compliance in mind. And number 15, whatever it is that we do, no matter what the task assigned, be the best at it. I know sometimes it can be frustrating. You can look at it and say, it doesn't really matter how well this is done. Be the best at it. Talk to the client. We can talk together. We can understand what it is you want and the level that you need. And we will be the best at what we are there to do. With all this coming together, I want to wrap this up to say our guarantee is to take whatever actions we need to do within the confines of legal and the compliance world in which we live, but we wish to make you a reference. We work hard at that. We really drive to that level to make you a reference. And we're all human. We all make mistakes. I can tell you, everyone will make mistakes. And I always tell people, welcome to the human race. But we're here to do whatever it takes to make it right, to make it a value to you. And with that being said, thank you for your interest in finding out a bit more about us. I appreciate it. I know your time is valuable. And I try to go through these very quickly just to give you some feeling for what we are dealing with. And if you have any questions, anything that you may have a particular question or comment on or need guidance with, contact us. These are the various groups, various divisions that we have. Get a hold of us. Someone in one of those groups will contact you, or it'll come back to anyone in the leadership team. Make sure that you don't go away with any questions unanswered from this. And with that being said, I appreciate your time, and so long.